Alabama in the road tide. Fuck Tuscaloosa in every city that's close by. Bitch ass hillbilly redneck fans. Auburn almost caught y'all slacking like dress pants. Michigan trash, they ain't got a damn chance. Only Wolverine I respect is X-Man. Sheen ass coach got exposed, still in plays. Damn right I'm bitter, y'all sweeter than lemonade. Texas ain't.
Yes, yes, yes. The Tiny Hat CEO has returned to the Renegade Roast. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you for pulling up. Of course, got to give love to my beautiful co-host, the FSU Harley Quinn. What's up, Jen?
Hey. How are you?
Listen, I am fantastic out here. I see you rocking the new merch over there. Who you got on
I
that
sure
shirt?
am. I've got my Ricky Knight shirt on. I bought it from his NIL page. You guys need to get over there and grab you one. It's so comfortable. It's so soft. And I love it.
Oh, you said it's soft? It's like cottonelle. It just feels good on your skin?
Yeah. It's so soft. I love it. I mean, I haven't put it through the, the washing machine yet, but,
So you just out here raw dogging new clothes?
Mm-hmm. I got it today in the mail. I had to wear it tonight. I had to.
So you just open up the pack and just threw that on like a provolactic fresh out the pack. That's terrible. I'm scared of you, girl. She living raw out here. So we gonna have us a good time today. We gonna have us a good time tonight. Of course, we got some Miami Hurricanes talk. We're going to take down more of this plebeian ass ACC. We already know what's coming down the pipeline, so this is going to be fantastic. But first, we want to give some love to those haters up there in Shamesville, because word on the street is that out here on the trail, your boy Billy Napier, Riverboat Billy, is getting packed up. He getting packed up out here. Tell me what you heard about this quarterback that they lost, who they lost it to. Importantly,
I'm sorry. What do you mean? That they lost their quarterback prospect to the University of Memphis? Is that what you mean? And by the way, I feel like Antoine Hill. His name is Antoine Hill. He is a legend in my mind, because not only did he spurn Deion Sanders in the University of Colorado, but he then took out the Gators. And the Gators really thought they were going to get his ass too, because they were like, well, I mean, if this is between Memphis and us, why not?
Riverboat Billy getting packed up.
He decided to go play at the University of Memphis.
Oh, man.
That's got to hurt your feelings.
Facts. Riverboat Billy getting packed up and stuffed in a locker by one of his G5 powerhouses that used to whoop his ass when he was in the G5. That's a damn shame. So, like she said, Antoine Hill, 4-star quarterback from Georgia. He's actually from Georgia. Them University of Florida haters up there in Shamesville thought that they was going to have them another nice, top-notch quarterback. And he was just like, hey, listen, I'd much rather go play in the secondary league than to come up there and play for that madness that we saw up there. Riverboat Billy was mumbling all over his words. He didn't even know what he was going to say. Oh, man. Fantastic. I absolutely love it.
I absolutely love it, too. And I absolutely love the Florida fans, responding underneath it. Oh, we'll get you in a couple months. Guys, you might be winless in a couple months. Who are you going to get in a couple months?
Facts.
What 4-star quarterback is going to say, hey, let me go jump on that train? Nobody. Not one soul.
What quarterbacks are doing well in that trash ass system that y'all got going? What quarterbacks are doing well up there? Y'all went and had to go get big bad Mertz, and all y'all needed him to do was hand the ball off and throw the ball 5 yards downfield. These quarterbacks want to be seen. They want that arm talent to get tossed off out here. And y'all out here getting packed up by Memphis.
By Mike Norvell's protege.
I was just about to ask you, who used to be the coach at Memphis? Oh, that's right. The same dude that's been packing up Florida since he's been at the Florida State Seminoles up there in Doak. Oh, man. You got to love it. You got to love it. Them boys can't win at all. First, they out here battling the cops. They out here battling the media. They out here trying to keep they coaches out of people's beds. And now they out here getting their ass whooped, getting belt put to ass out here on the recruiting trail. Oh, Riverboat. 330 white polos on that sideline, and y'all getting packed up by
Ryan Silverfield.
By G5 coaches. Ooh.
A 4-star quarterback. Who's very, very good. I mean, he is not like without offers. Now, if his offers were down to really Colorado, Memphis, and Florida, is there something in his? I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I think he committed to Colorado pretty early and then decommitted and then kind of ran around and did some things. And, with quarterbacks, especially with the class coming up, when you need to sign, this year, usually that's locked up within 6 months ago, right? So maybe that's why the offers were down. But again, you still lost.
that boy got a 2-for-1 packed up Dion and packed up Riverboat Billy. That boy is out here.
He's a hero. He's my hero. I'm going to buy his jersey. I swear to you, I'm going to buy it. As soon as he puts his NIL merch out there with the Memphis stuff on there, I'm buying it. I'm buying it and I'm going to wear it. I'm going to wear it.
Hey, listen, he giving out BOGO packs like the Hurricanes are. They giving away tickets to the games. You got to love it.
I mean, he has to be a hero to Florida State fans. Look, he absolutely destroyed Colorado's class and then destroyed Florida and went to Memphis. Hello.
Oh, yes.
That's perfect. It's perfect for me. I love that kid. Good for you, Antoine Hill. You are my GOAT for right now.
We go throw one in the air for Mr. Antoine Hill, 4-star quarterback out of Georgia. Oh, yes. Packing up the Shamesville folk. We love it. We absolutely love it. But enough about that. So I wanted to jump into something that came across the timeline and something that you highlighted for me. And it's something that I constantly hear all the time from these University of Coral Gables Hurricanes fans. They stay running their mouths in the off season. This is all they can do because they know when games get played, they're going to have to lie their ass off, or they're going to have to come back and try to retract them lies because they damn should be deleting tweets. They damn should be deleting posts, and they want to act like they don't remember the lies that they told. So one of the things that I heard was that Mike Norvell can't develop QBs. He's not a QB developer. They love to throw out, oh, well, he recruited QBs, but he would show us a QB that he developed that he got there. Show us a QB that he developed when he came in. Okay, well, let's go over this because you know what, Hurricanes fans, I'm gonna take y'all down memory lane, and this is what we're gonna do on the roast. All right, we like to bring the facts. All right, and everything that we say is the truth. Like Jen says, unless it's
false.
Facts. So, but we gonna run down the truth on y'all boys now. So y'all like to talk about development. All right. So first off, we don't even have to highlight how great Mike Norvell was at development. We've seen it. We just saw him get Jordan Travis taken in the league. All right. We've seen it. We see what the players do when Mike Norvell get their hands on them. We saw what Brady White looked like up there in Memphis. We saw how these boys look when Mike Norvell gets his system rocking and rolling. And we're gonna see what DJU look like this year when we start running down on them. But one of the things that I wanted to talk about, since we talk about development, I wanted to take you down memory lane. All right, we're going to go over all of the quarterbacks that the University of Coral Gables Hurricanes have developed since Ken Dorsey left in 2003. All right, so can you just rattle? Do you remember these names? Any of the names of their quarterbacks over all these years?
Let's see, Ken Dorsey. I remember Felicia's son, Brad Kaya, right?
Oh yes. Don't worry. I'm about to run it down for you because I call this the quarterback room of pure ass bouncing on camera. Okay. This is the twerk team of quarterbacks that the University of Coral Gables has put out on the field and what they look like since Ken Dorsey left in 2003. And this is going to be fantastic. So of course, Ken Dorsey leaves 2003. The first quarterback they had up. All right. He's ass. Mr. Kyle Wright. Remember that name? Kyle Wright. Now that dude, 5-star prospect. Oh, he's going to be great. Oh, UM is recruiting nationwide. He coming out of California. We can pick him whoever we want. Kyle Wright was ass. From the moment he stepped on campus, he was pure and utter ass. Florida State used to get in his ass all the time, and I absolutely loved it. He was absolute ass, and we loved every second of it. After Kyle Wright, we had Mr. Kirby Freeman. He was ass that transferred to Baylor. He was there for all of a half of a year. He's pure and utter garbage, so he can go get his ass out. He went to the Big 12. That's how shitty y'all were, that he had to leave that team and go play in the Big 12 because he only had one season there that was pure garbage. You had Robert Marv. Robert Marr, pure ass.
When he went a Heisman like preseason champ too. something like that.
they told us that he was going to win the Heisman. They did. I wrote that in my notes. I'm like, yo, they really had Heisman hope and buzz for this dude. Robert Marv was pure ass. So we had Kyle Wright, who's ass. We had Kirby Freeman, who's ass that transferred to Baylor. We got Robert Marv, that was pure ass. Ja'Cory Harris, that's the next one up. Mr. Flutterball himself. Mr. Flutterball himself. He was mediocre ass. That's what he was. He was a little booty stripper that'd be up there that you just go throw a couple of dollars on because you're like, oh, I don't want her to feel bad about herself. So let me just fling $2 up there. He was mediocre ass. That's what Ja'Cory Harris was. He was all right. He had a little run on him. All right, but that's what that was. Stephen Morris.
Oh my God, I remember that kid.
Yes, Stephen Morris was hurt ass. Okay. Stephen Morris was that one that fell off of the stripper pole and landed on his ass, and he was out. He couldn't do nothing after that. He was never the same. Stephen Morris was hurt ass. All right. Then we got Felicia's son. That's Brad Kaya. All right. He's the best of the ass. All right. So he was the one that actually went out there, produced. They couldn't win no games with him. They hated him the whole time he was there. And then they started telling us how great he was after he left, when we were all pointing out that he was the only good thing about their raggedy ass squad that they had on that team. So he was the best of the ass that we had on this twerk team of forgettable University of Coral Gables Hurricanes quarterbacks. Then we had Mr. Malik Rozier. All right. He is a forgettable ass because I think he was there for all of 8.5 minutes. And I don't remember nothing about Malik Rozier. Rozier. I don't even know how to say his last name. That's how forgettable he was. So he can go sit his ass down somewhere. N'Kosi Perry. He is overhyped ass. Because N'Kosi Perry was the one that all of the Hurricanes fans told us, if he hit the field, N'Kosi Perry gonna be this. They're not giving him a fair shake. N'Kosi Perry can lead us where we need to be. Yeah, well, he was overhyped ass, because when he did get on the field, he got his ass bust. He can go sit his ass down. That was absolutely fantastic. De'Aaron King. All right, Mr. De'Aaron King. He is the transfer in ass. All right, because he was supposed to be the end all be all of everything. He came in with the hype. We thought that he was going to be great. Oh, put him in that Hurricane system with all that speed around him, all that talent around him. He ain't have no talent where he came from. We got the talent on the field. We going to spread the ball a lot. He going to lead us to the promised land. And he led y'all to absolutely nothing. So y'all transferred in a bunch of ass. That's what Mr. De'Aaron King was. Of course, the man that holds a place in all of us FSU fans' hearts, Mr. Tyler Van Spike himself. He is a scary ass. Because every time he went out there on that field and he played a legitimate defense, he turned into he had a whole turtle head. He was up here clenching that ass. He had that lemon booty. He couldn't do nothing. He was pure and utter ass. That's what he was. Then we have Ja'Cory Brown. He's the ragdoll ass. That's the one that our boy Jamie Robinson grabbed him up by his shoulder pads and threw him to the ground like a hooded out mother would do their child in Walmart, touching shit that he ain't supposed to be touching. Grabbed him and slung him to the ground. So, and everybody just looked and was like, ooh, we just gonna walk away from this. We don't want to get flagged for just looking at this mess. We all thought we was going to jail for the way that Jamie Robinson put his hands on that boy. It was a damn shame. And then they had Emory Williams. He's the young ass. They had all types of hope for him. And nothing is coming to that because Emory Williams is pure out of garbage. That's why they had to go get Cam Ward. So from there, I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different quarterbacks of varying pure ass degrees that went to the University of Coral Gables as the hopefuls, with all the hype, with all of the lies that they told us during the offseason, and none of them developed. Not a single one of them developed into anything. But they got the nerve to open their mouths and talk about what our coach is out here doing. So how do you feel about that pure and utter ass list that I just ran down the history of the Coral Gables Hurricanes since their national championship winning quarterback in Ken Dorsey? How you feel about that list?
Well, what I can say is I'm not surprised. What I can say is the fact that any of these losers are questioning Mike Norvell's ability to, deal with quarterbacks when their current coach is Mario, who's considered the quarterback killer, is wild to me. It is so wild. And I actually saw somebody go, whoa, I mean, Jordan Travis was a transfer. Jordan Travis was a transfer under Willie Taggart. Guys, I don't know if like Google doesn't work for Miami fans or they don't know the history or they know how to work things. But kids out of high school aren't the only ones you can recruit and develop. You know, I don't understand this. You're talking about a kid who wanted to transfer to be wide receiver. And you're saying, well, you know, no big deal. Just because he became one of the best quarterbacks in college football in 4 years, he wasn't really developed. Right. How does make it make sense? Make it make sense. No, your quarterback ruins players. Quarterbacks run from that motherfucker. Nobody gives a shit about him. He's a joke. And the only reason Cam Waters there is because he got the biggest check. And Ohio State wouldn't pick up the phone. So again, I'm over it. Like Miami fans, guys, maybe you'll be good this year. Maybe you'll win some games, but I guarantee you're going to lose some games. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. You aren't going undefeated. You aren't winning the ACC. You're not beating Florida State. And you're probably not beating Florida at the beginning of the year. So again, I don't need this. Nobody wants to hear from you guys. Like, have a good season and then start in talking shit. I don't understand how you can go from what y'all did last year, losing to Rutgers, Georgia Tech, North Carolina. Like, what are we doing here? What are we? NC State, right? Didn't they lose to NC State? I really can't. You barely beat Virginia. You barely. I mean, again, I'm over it. I'm over it.
They had one win worth talking about last year, and it was that trash ass win against Texas A&M, first game of the season. So
and Jimbo got fired. Jimbo got fired. Look, Texas A&M was like, Miami is so sorry. You lost to them. We're going to fire you. Y'all made Texas A&M pay that man $75 million to stay at home because they couldn't stand losing to that sorry-ass team. Do you hear me? That man gets paid $70 million to sit at home because he lost to your sorry asses. And then y'all went in 2 weeks, couldn't take a knee, didn't know how to win game against the math majors. You lost to a guy whose defensive coordinator was found on Indeed. Indeed.
They lost to it Indeed.
Are we joking ourselves right now? Are we still doing this, Miami fans? Are we still going to do it? You're so sad. It's so pathetic. Nobody cares anymore. It's almost a joke at this point. But I'm here for it. I love their jokes. And again, I hope they don't ever lose their delusion because otherwise, what will I make fun of?
Oh, man, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. And you know what? You touched on something there. I pulled up the list of the developed QBs that Mario Cristobal had. First off, Justin Herbert regressed. Willie Taggart had that dude with a first-round grade. Mario Cristobal took over, and they were like, ooh, so is Herbert as good as we think he is? Anthony Brown. Anthony Brown was another one. He was supposed to be a beast. He regressed horribly and then transferred out of there and looked beautiful after he got from underneath Mario Taggart. That's what I was going to call him, Mario Taggart. But I don't even want to disrespect Willie Taggart like that because at least Willie could put up points. At least Willie had people out here slinging the ball around. I don't know what Mario is doing. And then, of course, Tyler Van Dyke, because at last I recall, when Manny Diaz had Tyler Van Dyke, he was getting all types of hype. He was getting Heisman buzz. He was getting best quarterback in the Big 3 buzz. He was supposed to be, Tyler Van Dyke is looking good. They were really thinking that the U was back because of Manny Diaz with Tyler Van Dyke. And then Mario walked in, and that dude turned into Tyler Van Spike, Mr. I'm going to spike the ball with 2 seconds left on the clock. Because of course, my head coach doesn't know how to give the players any type of insight. He has horrible in-game coaching, and that man regressed as well. He regressed so bad that he transferred out. Where's he at? Wisconsin?
Yes. Watch. He's gonna ball at Wisconsin. You watch. Watch. You watch it. I'm telling you right now, he will.
If it was me, if I was a booster at Miami and I saw Tyler Van Dyke start lighting it up there at Wisconsin, I would walk down to the field my damn self and just tell Mario to go ahead and pack up his high heel shoes and his man's ears and get his ass the fuck up out of here. Because ain't no way in hell you gonna tell me that a quarterback like Tyler, we saw him look good. Now, when he went up against legitimate defenses with terrible coaching, he got that lemon booty. But for the most part, we saw him look decent. And now you're going to tell me that he going to go ball for a team up there that ain't known for nothing but O-linemen and Bale and Hay? They ain't the only thing that they good for is whooping Miami ass every time they play them. You telling me he gonna go up there and ball for them? Miami lucky that they don't have Wisconsin on their schedule this year, because Tyler Van Dyke will come down here just like Manny Diaz for the dude. He gonna put belt to ass to them the first time he gets
because
to play.
Duke's gonna come in there with Manny and beat
coming.
that ass.
Oh, it is coming. I can't wait. I'm going to buy me a Duke Blue Devils jersey tomorrow because I want to make sure that
imagine consistently losing to Duke in football and still talking shit. I don't, when was the last time Miami beat Duke in football? Let's look at it. Let's take a look at it.
Oh no. Yeah, we know. That was when they did all of them laterals and a whole bunch of them were forward passes.
We're talking 2016.
2016.
It is 2024, guys. It's 2024, and they make T-shirts out of this. They made T-shirts off of beating Duke off a bunch of laterals. I really, God, I would think my program was bankrupt if that happened. If you had to make T-shirts off of beating Duke in football, like Duke in basketball, maybe. But Duke in football, guys, if you lose to Duke in football, Clemson fans, I hate to say it, I'm talking to you too. This is sad. This is sad and something that you should not ever brag about.
Oh yeah. Okay? Oh yeah. Because one thing I do know about Duke, they ain't never beat Florida State. They ain't never put belt to ass to Florida State. They ain't even come close. I don't even know what it looks like to be a Florida State fan losing to Duke. What program, self-respecting program, a program that has national championship aspirations, loses to Duke, to the Duke Blue Devils? All right. The people in their own city don't even like them. All right. Tobacco Road, all of them brothers up there like UNC anyway. So you talk about a team that don't nobody pay attention to, and y'all got y'all ass beat by them. I can't believe that. And Manny Diaz is about to come run down on y'all boys. I can't wait for it. So it's fantastic running down that list of the twerk team of the University of Coral Gables Hurricanes. Every single one of them 13 quarterbacks is pure ass bouncing on camera. That's why we call them the twerk team. We've watched it since 2003. Y'all have been pure and other garbage. Nothing that you've put under center has been worth talking about. Everything that comes out of that school that's throwing the ball downfield is ass. And y'all have the audacity to open y'all mouths and say something about what our coach is doing. When our coach just put a player who was talking about walking away from the game, just got him drafted by the New York Jets. We talk about a quarterback and a program overall. We saw Christian Ponder get put in the league. We saw EJ Manuel get put in the league. We ain't even got to talk about Jameis, because Jameis was putting belt to ass to everybody that played against them. Right? So you talking about a program that has a long history of quarterbacks that are doing work. And y'all sitting here talking about what we can't do, or our coach can't develop. But all we see is development, whether it's on the offensive side of the ball, whether it's on the defensive side of the ball. We see in the players that he's developing get drafted. Now talk to us about what your players doing. Because I damn sure know your D tackle left y'all squad and came up here, and I bet he's going to be a first team all ACC this season. I'll put money on.
Well, yes, first team all ACC, which Florida State will win, and Miami hasn't sniffed. You know what I mean?
Boys ain't even sniff winning their division, but they got the audacity to open their mouths about what we do. Man, sit y'all.
All Canes Conference. What do you mean? It was all Canes Conference. It's all Canes Conference. They never won.
I'm disgusted.
I guess it's all Canes Conference in third and fourth place. Is that what it is?
The only thing that's Canes. The only thing that's Canes about this conference is sugar cane, because it's all sweet. Because all of these boys are trash out here. That's all it is. Florida State and Clemson have been chewing up and spitting out the sugary ass teams in this league for the last 2 decades. I don't want to hear nothing about none of these raggedy ass squads out here, especially that team down there in Coral Gables. Y'all ain't been worth a damn in a long time. And I'm going to show you just how little bit of a damn we should be giving about y'all, because I got some more information that I want to drop on the squad tonight when we're talking about this. So final thoughts on the development of the University of Coral Gables Hurricanes. How you feeling about them before we move on from that trash that's down there?
How do I feel about them? They suck.
Do that face again.
I don't know which one I did. I don't know. But they suck. Losers. Very sad. Very pathetic. Very it's giving like a feeble old person vibes from them. Like you need to, it's like, let's take your keys. You're funny and you're cute and we laugh at you, but like you can't drive. You know what I mean? Like that's what I feel like Miami fans are at this point. Like you're funny, it's interesting, but like don't drive a car and don't use heavy machinery because you will kill somebody. Because clearly something's going on here. Something's here.
And to be honest, they ain't even all that cute.
No, I think it's cute and funny, like when they act like fools on the internet. But like what I'm saying is, we really need to just take their keys, and they need to just be
look at him and go, yo, what
like in assisted living.
What the fuck are we gonna do about Grandpa over here? Like, yo, he's losing his shit right now at Thanksgiving dinner. That's terrible. That's terrible.
Like I'm guessing Miami fans probably don't have anybody who wants to sit next to them at Thanksgiving. Nobody. Nope. They're like, I don't need to hear about this anymore because for 25 years. They've been talking about their wonderful team that's going to win stuff. And like these folks are tired. They're tired. They're like, look, you've been saying this for years. Like, I can't do this at Thanksgiving and Christmas anymore. I'm tired. The
U is back. Yeah, that's what y'all got. Hey, go sit y'all.
They're like, every year, go sit at the kiddie table. I guarantee you Miami fans get stuck at the kiddie tables at Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Hell yeah. They get served first at the kiddie table with chicken tenders. Like y'all not even allowed to eat the turkey. We get y'all cranberry sauce out the can. Like go sit your ass over there and eat this cranberry sauce and go sit down somewhere. A waste of my time. All right. We're gonna just knock off a couple of things here. I wanted to go over some more of this ACC trash that we got out here. So I went over, this. I'm just disgusted. I'm disgusted here. Duke, Syracuse, and Boston College. All right, here's what I got on all three of them teams because they don't even deserve their own episode. We could just lump all three of their sorry asses together. I call them the longest yard cheerleaders, like Tracy Morgan in the Adam Sandler version of the movie where they're out there dancing on the sideline. That's what this is. All right, these three teams are ass. They're garbage. They're not pretty. There's nothing good about any of them. They're pure and utter trash. All right, we can just run down this real quick. Duke never beat FSU. We already went over that.
Yeah.
8-8 in they bowl games. Won their last 5 though, so I'm gonna give Duke some credit. Won your last 5 bowl games.
Especially considering they keep beating Miami.
Right? Won your last 5 bowl games, but ain't worth talking about. BC 4-13 against Florida State since 2009. Last one was in 2017. Thanks a lot, Willie Taggart. Last 10 bowl games, 3-7. So perennial ass cheeks with an O-line. That's what they are. That's what I saw online. They are perennial ass cheeks with an O-line. That's all that they got up there. And then Syracuse 2-14 all time against Florida State. Last win was in 2018. Again, thank you, Willie Taggart. And since 99, a 6-3 bowl record. 6-3 bowl record. So Syracuse and Duke holding it down for the ACC in this ass coast conference when they get into them bowl games, which is why I wanted to bring this up, because since 2003, the University of Coral Gables Hurricanes are 4-12.
Yeah, they really do well in their bowl games, don't they?
So over this time frame, Duke and Syracuse are holding it down more for the ACC, the Ass Coast Conference, than the University of Coral Gables Hurricanes. Let's clap it up. Let's give it up.
I mean, again, I don't mean to go here, but hasn't Wake Forest won an ACC championship? Oof. And Miami hasn't.
Oof. And so is Pittsburgh.
Oh.
And so is Pittsburgh. Oh.
I mean, talk about holding it down. Who hasn't been holding it down is Miami.
Come on.
They can't win. They get in the championship game by default because when North Carolina ineligible or something, and then they get stomped by 30 points and had to kick a field goal, so they didn't have that zero spot on them.
A zero.
Yeah, nobody is scared of Miami. And for anybody saying, well, when Miami builds it up, we're going to be, everybody's so scared of us. That's why they keep talking about us. No, we make fun of you because y'all keep talking. Nobody is scared of Miami. Not one soul. Your smoke, your fake bird, all the things you do. That bird is the creepiest bird I've ever seen.
It's like that ain't no damn bird.
It's a giant duck who looks like it's been like what do you call it? Radioactive fluid has been thrown on it because it looks like it's slow a little bit too.
Oh,
And you know that costume
bird.
stinks. And you know that costume stinks so bad. I can't even imagine the loser that they've had to put in that costume. You know, he's probably maybe doing like you know, community service or something. That would be my guess. Because most people at Miami are doing community service, except for the people who actually go there because they're usually brain surgeons or lawyers. These aren't the regular Miami fans you run into on Twitter, guys. I know this is a shock. They didn't go there. They did not go there, nor do they go to the games. So you can't find a Miami fan in real life. They don't exist. They're on the internet. That's why we call them the E-Canes. That's why it's funny. Or bots or whatever you would call them. It's so sad what these losers have turned that program into. And then they don't even demand more. It's the most beta male shit I've ever seen in my life. The fact that you can sit there and do your 5 rings and we've done this and we've done that, and yet don't demand better for the last 25 years. And you're fine with being mid, and you just go on the pass. That's so beta. It's so gross. But that's why you didn't go to the school. You know, you didn't go to the school. And maybe that's what Miami's problem was. They really didn't have a fan base that went to the school. So I don't know. I don't know what it is, but there's something going on there. It's weird. The fans are like, they don't know what reality means. They're so delusional. It's just, you almost feel sorry for them until they open their mouth.
Who? I don't feel sorry for them. They run their mouth.
I said until they open their mouth.
Yeah,
until they open their mouth. And they all have long pinky nails on their fingers. We know this. Look, this is not a lie. You put your hat down. You know I'm being right. And they wear gold chains and probably wear banana hammocks by the pool. It's just the truth. You can hate on me if you want.
Listen, all I know is all of University of Coral Gables Hurricanes fans are dirty. All of them. All of them. They walk around outside barefoot. That's just the truth. You can go to their neighborhoods. I've been there. All right. I've been there plenty of times. I've seen all of them. They ain't got no shoes. The shoes that they do got, they look like something that the man who walked on water used to wear. Every single one of them. Ain't nothing good coming out of that raggedy ass city. Ain't nothing good coming out of that raggedy ass county. And ain't nothing good coming out of that raggedy ass school. You're right. That bird is dirty. It's a duck. All right. It looks like Howard.
It smells like throw up.
It looks like Howard the Duck's coked out cousin. That's what it looked like. The only thing that duck can do is grab his 2 beaks and go, oof. That's it in the camera. That's it.
You know what? I would say your Howard the Duck cousin is perfect, except I would say his meth addict cousin, because he does look like a meth head.
Or it could be on fentanyl, because that's the Lord knows you can get pure uncut China white down there all the time. Exactly. Look, the Oregon duck be doing push-ups after touchdowns. The Miami duck be over there getting drunk in the parking lot. That's all it is. With them 3 tech strippers. They got strippers in the parking at the tailgates that look like they should be on the D line. Backup D tackle built body broads at the tailgates. All right. I don't want to hear nothing out of that team. So I'm done talking about the Hurricanes tonight. You're a waste of time. You can't even hold down for the ACC, this ass coast conference, when you have teams like Duke, Syracuse, and Boston College doing better than you in bowl games. When you have teams that have losing records against Florida State in their lifetime, looking better than you in this conference, and you've been here for 20 years, I'm done with y'all. I don't want to hear nothing out of y'all. So to Duke, Syracuse, and BC, this is the most anybody's going to talk about y'all all year. We the only ones that's going to give y'all any love. And the only love that y'all going to get is when Manny Diaz put belt to ass to Miami this year. So you're welcome. But also you're not welcome, because the 3 of y'all have been holding us back. You've been sucking milk out of our udders. Y'all haven't done anything. You haven't brought any sort of validity. You haven't given us any cachet. Just beating you is just an also ran. We put our 3rd and 4th stringers out there to play against y'all. So thanks for nothing. When we leave this trash ass conference, we hope that we never have to see y'all again. As a matter of fact, yes, we will see y'all when we schedule y'all with one of our off weeks, so that we can have another Power 4, Power 2 team that we want to play, and we can get some of our freshmen out there.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
That's it. So fuck off with y'all. So now that we got that out the way, I'm gonna turn this over to you because I got some things to say about these people. But the real reason that we here tonight is because of the Big 12 and the cult-like status that conference has. It's comical at this point. It's sad and it's absolutely hilarious and hysterical of how highly these people think of themselves in that conference. So if you haven't seen, our boy George dropped some knowledge talking about how, when the Florida State and Clemson leave the ACC, they're going to be pure and utter ass. And these Big 12 fans just start jumping down in his mentions saying all kind of mess. Oh, the Big 12 is worth this. The Big 12, we got more money. The Big 12 got the TV shares and all the. So let's talk about the Big 12. Let's talk about y'all. All right,
Okay.
Come on in. Bring it on in.
Right.
Sit on down. Let's talk. Give me your thoughts on the Big 12 and their fans.
Well, the Big 12 was shit when Oklahoma and Texas were there. Okay. They were also ran just like the ACC is, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
This is not unconfirmed facts. These are absolute facts. And by the way, when Oklahoma and Texas, who are now gone from the Big 12 is even worse. Please explain to me which teams in the Big 12 are great. If we're going to go with UCF, who else? Baylor? They lost to Colorado. Are you kidding me? They lost to Colorado. I can't with this. I really can't. And so who else in the Big 12? What else are we talking? Oklahoma State with Mike Gundy? Is that what we're doing? Are we still there? Where are we going with this? Oklahoma State. Who else in the Big 12 is good? Texas and Oklahoma are gone. Who else is a powerhouse? Who else?
Oh, we can do one better. We can do one better. Texas, Oklahoma, and Nebraska are gone. That was the third one that y'all had, that y'all been bragging about the success for that raggedy ass conference for damn near 30 years.
And Nebraska's about to get kicked out, probably about out of the Big 10.
And y'all really think that y'all a power conference. Let's understand something about the Big 12, all right? You have been nothing more than offensive joy for us when the real games go off and it's like midnight on the East Coast and we ain't got nothing else to do. That's what y'all are. We don't watch the Pac-12 games. So you know what we do? We turn on the Big 12 games that are somehow still going because the games be 87-84 in the 8th overtime because y'all don't play defense. And the one team that does play defense in your conference is the one team that actually does win over there, and that's TCU. I'm not going to say nothing bad about them purple frogs. You know what? We'll give them their love. I'm not going to say nothing bad about them because they're the only team that actually produce. Oklahoma State ain't done nothing. Texas Tech, y'all had Patrick Mahomes. Y'all had Patrick Mahomes. And y'all ain't even come close to doing anything worth a damn. And y'all sit here talking about how great y'all are.
Their coach was Cliff Kingsbury, wasn't it?
I mean, wasn't he supposed to be some offensive mastermind and guru out here?
No, he's just somebody that keeps failing up.
Right. What? Because he looked good in a visor and some wraparound shades? That's why? Man,
I don't know. I mean, I don't care if my coach looks good. I care if he wins games. So and you could be fine, and I'm still going to fire you. Sorry, Cliff Kingsbury. And by the way, I still don't even think he's that great.
He's not great. He's not great. He's just like the Hurricanes. He's pure and utter ass bouncing on camera. That's what he is. What good is the Big 12? All right, so let's see. Since the 90s, all right, they've won 3 national titles. 3. One by Nebraska in 95, I believe it was. Wasn't that Tom Osborne and them boys? Wasn't that in I think it was like 95, 90, somewhere in there. 94.
Well, it wasn't 93 because that was Florida State, Nebraska, and Florida State won that game.
So they won one in the 90s. They won another one with
95.
Oklahoma.
It was 95.
Yeah, they won another one with Oklahoma won in 2000. All right. So congratulations to y'all. We gave y'all that title. So y'all can go ahead and enjoy that. And then they won another one when Texas won with Vince Young in 05. That's it. So since the 90s, y'all have 3 national titles. And neither one of the 3 teams that won them titles is still in your conference.
Is still there. Yeah.
Right. So Texas Tech, what have you done? Except have a black end zone. We wear black and red.
Or have the best quarterback that's in the NFL right now and couldn't do shit with it.
Right. What have y'all done? Oklahoma State, what do y'all do? Outside of fight with the media because the media is doing their job. Make fun of me. I'm a man.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
I'm 40.
I seriously, if you really don't think that guy would have made a perfect Tennessee coach, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. That's ridiculous that he didn't get hired at Tennessee with that mullet and everything. That would have been perfect. That would have been perfect. What are we doing?
Oh my God. Who else we got? We got Texas Tech, we got Oklahoma State, you got, I don't even know the other teams in that raggedy ass conference. That's how trash they are. It's so bad. You got Baylor. I mean, we can't even say nothing about y'all because y'all was out here dilly-dallying and got all the Title IX investigations against you. The only good thing that Baylor's ever done since they were there was RG3, and that was it. I'm gonna give y'all credit for that and nothing else. Ain't nothing else going on for y'all. The only other highlight that they got outside of RG3 was that dude Sean Oatman, who was standing at the side in the middle of the field at one time when they was doing the kickoff, and he looked like the Hound from Game of Thrones because he was towering over everybody. That was it. There's nothing else going on there. All right.
I am really hoping this comment in the chat is a joke because it says Colorado, they coming. Who gives a shit about Colorado? Colorado will still lose in the Big 12. I mean, please stop, guys. Y'all have to, please, as a woman, I need to find me somebody that looks at me the way that all these men look at Deion Sanders as a football coach. Because I swear to God, I would be the happiest woman on the planet. And it's so sad because he is not a good coach. Guys, he can't coach. I don't know how else to say it. It's going to go down in flames. I promise. Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Oh, my God. They got Colorado. They're bragging about Colorado. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. They won 4 games last year. They won 4 games. Like, I can't. They lost to Stanford. Nobody lost to Stanford last year. They won 2 games. And one was Colorado. I can't. I really can't.
Listen. They have Kansas and Kansas State. Let's just let that linger in the air real quick. They have Kansas and Kansas State. They have Iowa State. All right. You got the second best team in Iowa in your conference. And you have the audacity to open your mouths and say that you are somebody worth talking about. Arizona State, they just got to the party. We don't even know what they're going to look like, but they probably going to come in there and look ass like the rest of y'all. BYU, y'all ain't been good since Ty Detmer was out there. Like, nobody give a damn about BYU. What good are y'all doing? They can't do it. Why don't y'all go soak? That's what y'all can go do. Go find your little homegirls, all of y'all. Y'all can go lay on top of each other, and then you can have your friends shake the bed so you can technically say you ain't get it in. Get your soaking asses the hell up out of here. All right? Cincinnati. All right, Cincinnati, y'all new to the party. But y'all, this is what I'm talking about here. Cincinnati, who else we got? UCF. All right. They bringing up G5 schools. And they got the audacity to open their mouths and talk about what the ACC is and is not doing.
Look, I really don't care what they say about the ACC, to be fair. To be fair, in my personal opinion, I don't give 2 fucks about the ACC.
Not at all.
But if we're going to go about it, like, do I think the ACC with Clemson and Florida State is better than the Big 12? 100%. And I think viewership would say that. I don't even think that's even close. But what I would say, without Texas and Oklahoma, the Big 12, yeah, if Florida State and Clemson are still in the ACC, but without that, I think it's kind of a toss-up. I know I'm going to kind of get shit on for this, but the ACC sucks without Florida State and Clemson. Please. There's no football schools without Florida State and Clemson, and the Big 12 at least has something like a TCU every once in a while, even though, I mean, look, they lost to Colorado. I'm so disappointed in this shit. But they've made a playoff. Nobody else in the ACC has. That's all I'm going to say about that one.
Right.
But I'm saying without Florida State and Clemson. With Florida State and Clemson, this ain't close.
Right. And that's the wild part about it, is that the 2 teams that are leaving this conference here are the 2 teams that are bringing all of the views, we're bringing all of the value and all of that. And those 2 teams alone outweigh everything that you got going on in your conference right now. There is not a single team that is in the Big 12 that has the cachet, the nationwide recognition, the strength of the branding like Florida State does. Not a single one. Listen to the names we just ran down. Arizona State, Baylor, BYU, Cincinnati, Colorado. The only reason Colorado is even getting burned is because Deion is out here lying to people everywhere. That's it. What else you got? Houston, Iowa State, Kansas, and Kansas State.
Houston. They were like G5 last year. Stop it.
UCF, Utah, and West Virginia. You know what? I'm gonna give you credit for this
fakes
Big
national
12.
championship trophies. Are we kidding ourselves?
Hey, listen. At least they got one national championship winning team in that conference. It ain't real, but at least they got one. The rest of these teams over here couldn't even sniff a title. All of them.
Maybe their new theme song should be, since that is the only national championship team. Their new theme song can be that song from what's it called? Willy Wonka, In Your Imagination, and we'll be
come with me and you'll be in a world of Big 12 imagination.
Exactly.
Don't nobody give a damn.
There you go. You have your imagination team. There you go. Disney teams love to make up shit. So good for you. You got it.
I can't.
Have Disney Plus run it. Because that's all you have in that league right now. That's it. You got the Disney money, and that's it.
I can't believe
this.
No. That whole conference. And the wild part, you damn right, because Chris E is in the chat out here talking wild reckless, and we know what the E stand for. The E stand for Epstein, because you ain't doing nothing out here in these streets but trafficking and nonsense.
The fact that he says FSU finally relevant last year. Try 2013, try 2016, try 2017. They made playoff games. They did this, they did that. Can you shut the hell up? What team is he a fan of? I'm guaranteeing you, it's a Tennessee fan.
Oh,
100% this is a Tennessee fan.
Nah, because he riding hard for the Big 12 right now. He riding hard for the Big 12. He might be a Colorado fan. Oh,
so even a bigger loser than a Tennessee fan. Jesus.
Facts.
Talk about not being relevant since what, 1990?
Right. So, but here's the thing that gets me about the Big 12.
And y'all had to share that shit with Georgia Tech or some bullshit like that, didn't you?
Yeah, right. That'll never happen again. They'll never win another title. But here's the thing that gets me about the Big 12. So not only do they run their mouths, right? They have this high regard for themselves, like these middle of the SEC teams. They legitimately brag about that rat ass conference, just like the Ole Misses and the Mississippi States and the Vanderbilts do about the SEC. Okay. They are a whole bunch of middle of the road ass teams that beat up on each other because they're all trash outside of TCU every once in a while. And then they sit here and beat their chest. Oh, Big 12, we have the most fun games. Your game's not fun. Okay.
Do people go?
Oh no, they go. Because you know why they go? They ain't got shit else to do. What is there to do in Kansas?
Anything else than go watch that fat ass coach? Oh wait, they don't have that fat ass coach anymore. They got Lance Leipold. So he's not that fat guy sitting on. What was his? Wasn't it Charlie Weiss that was in there?
Wasn't it named Mangino? That looked like a big ass lion. Oh my god,
no! And then they hired Charlie Weiss, I believe, at Kansas too after Mangino, and he had to sit on that titanium cooler because the bitch couldn't hold his ass, and only the titanium cooler wouldn't break. You remember that shit? He's sitting on this huge cooler, and it's only because it was titanium or something. And like, he's so fat. Oh my god, that was terrible. It was hilarious.
Hey Chris, who's your team? Who's your team, Chris? Because you talking wild reckless right now. Like, who is your team? Because I guarantee you, I'm going to put money on it. It's a Big 12 squad. It can't be.
It is because he doesn't realize that the only reason Texas made it in is because they wanted Alabama in, and Texas had to get in by default, not because they thought Texas was any good. Because Texas almost lost to Houston. They lost to sorry ass Oklahoma, who Florida State had beaten 6 months before. And again, this is so dumb by these people. You have no argument. You're just dumb. You're saying dumb shit. And you're going to get called out for it, and you're proving you don't watch football. So good luck to you, Chris E.
He ain't got no team. He ain't going to say who it is because he shook. That's all it is. See, these Big 12 fans, they're realizing what the Florida State fans have already noticed, and we're all seeing this in college football. All right, y'all going to get left behind. We are already on our way to greener pastures. Y'all are going to be a feeder system for us. So what's going to happen is you're going to get players. They're going to look nice. They're going to be cool. They're like, ooh.
And then we'll get them in the transfer portal.
And then we're going to go over there. We're going to say, hey, how you doing? Let me go ahead and get that one off you. That's what's going to happen. Your team will fade into irrelevance. That's what's going to happen.
Imagine, like, on a Monday night when you could be watching Love Island, to come up in here on a Florida State show and like try and talk shit when you are losing, sir. I mean,
listen,
geek.
Listen, they mad because all they wives look like that chick on Bridgerton. Like that's what it is. All of y'all built wrong, big butch body built broads. Every single one of y'all, get it together. All right. Look, she might look good when she take her clothes off in your room, but ain't none of us trying to see that. So shut your hog laying down with Bessies. That's what y'all do. Y'all, all of y'all wives are named Bessie. Every single one of them. It's either Bessie or Lucinda. It's one of them two. There ain't no in between.
And they call them their old ladies.
Facts. Oh, the old gal. Yeah, tell her to go on out there and whip up some mashed potatoes. And you know she do it by hand. That's why she got back arms.
Hey, look, I make mashed potatoes by hand too.
Yeah, but you ain't got back arms though.
See
what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. She got back arms. I don't want to hit nothing out of nobody from the Big 12. The Big 12 is
well, we know what the great Sir Chuck has to say about them Texas women. You know what I mean?
The big old women out there.
It's probably my favorite TV show. Y'all, if you don't like Inside the NBA, I can't help you. Because the shit Charles Barkley would say, bow down.
They all the women in the Big 12. There is not a single woman in the Big 12 that is under 274 pounds. Not a single one. All of them are backup D tackle size ladies. All of them. Every single one of them. So that's why they mad. And they have nothing better to do but to go out and talk trash about teams that are moving on to bigger and better things. So to the Big 12 fans,
jealousy.
Shut y'all ass up. Shut your ass up. You're irrelevant. Like I said, you are the late games that we watch after we've already seen the games of the week go off. We're like, oh, well, let's check in on the Big 12 since there's still some games on and we don't want to watch the Pac-12 games. That's what it is.
Well, I mean, they're actually taking over the Pac-12 after dark, right? Because the Pac-12 is no longer, right? So the Big 12, that's where you're going to go. Ain't nobody care about TCU versus BYU maybe, or who else is there? Arizona
and Arizona State. That's what we got. Utah. That's what we can watch now. We can now watch the highlight game of their conference, Utah versus Colorado.
Yikes. That's your premier game?
Right. We can watch their other premier game, Oklahoma State versus the 2019 co-national champ UCF. What are they? The Cyclones?
You mean the fake national champ?
Or whatever the hell they are. That's what we
are they the Knights? Or what are they called?
Right.
I don't know. I mean, nobody knows because nobody gives a shit.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, nobody cares. I can't even name a good football player that came from UCF, if you're going to ask me, to be honest. Maybe the Jack can come up with one.
Wait, no. Brandon Marshall.
If you come up with Mackenzie Milton, I swear to God, I will delete you from this. I
think Brandon Marshall is the only one I can think of, the wide receiver. But that's it.
But I thought he went somewhere else first, technically.
He might have. But either way, these are the highlights of that conference. You're a waste of my time. Waste of my time.
Huge.
That's why every year
they say it in a word that nobody will like. Huge. Huge waste of our time, right? Huge. But yeah, like this is so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous the way that they just come across this and they act like, oh my God, we're so great. You will be great. You will be better than the ACC when Florida State and Clemson leave. That's for sure. I do believe that because you have better football programs in there. But for me, I sit here and I think about these weirdos in the Big 12 going, oh my God, we're getting Florida State and Clemson. Please tell me what drugs you're smoking because I need some. It's called giving and sharing because everybody needs this type of Delulu in their life. And I feel like at some point, we all need to be that calm and we all need to be that Delulu. So what are you on? I mean, I'm being for real, because I've seen multiple Big 12 podcasts be like, oh, Florida State and Clemson are going to go to the Big 12. Oh, that's so nice. Hey, where do you get your pot? Because I need to know for personal reasons. Just asking.
Yo, shout out to Drip Kings TV. That boy said, "Don't." I'm sorry. Shout out to the right of the line. That man said, "Don't overlook the Branch Davidians."
Stop. That's true, man. That's true.
Go.
Big 12 game of the week: Mormons versus the Fighting Gundies.
Oh my god, I'm fucking crying. That man said,
I mean, can you imagine with Gundy getting up there cursing and shit in front of all those Mormon players? Like how that's gonna go? It's gonna be worse than that Duke volleyball game, right? Won't that be worse than that? The Duke BYU volleyball game or something? Wasn't that what it was? I don't know. But I'm sitting here going, who in the I just imagine being a fan. Oh wait, forcing jokes about Big 12 is laughable. Big 12 is okay. So Chris, if you continue, why don't you just say who your team is so then we can make fun of you more?
He don't have a team. He got some Kool-Aid to go drink, and we'll never hear from him again. I promise.
No,
I promise you, we'll never hear from him again.
Like, just tell us who your team is so we can continue to make fun of you because it would make it a lot easier.
Well, listen, but judging by his AVI, he looked like he might be a Jim Jones fan. So either way it goes, we ain't got to pay no attention to his side.
Maybe he is doing that, the Branch Davidian stuff.
He shook. And the wild part about it is, so again, you look at that conference. Not a single one of those teams moves the needle. Not a single one of them games that they're gonna play out there is gonna be worth a damn. Colorado could legitimately walk through that conference. As trash as Colorado is, they legitimately could walk through that conference because there's really no team in the Big 12. When I'm looking at this right here, I mean, Arizona and Arizona State, they're going to have it rough. Baylor's been underperforming. Don't they still have Dave Aranda out there? Like, Dave Aranda out there, they probably going to try to run him out of there, I'm pretty sure. BYU, trash. Cincinnati was decent a few years ago, but Cincinnati was last season. Then you got Houston. I mean, unless they start getting their act together recruiting wise, I mean, what good are they doing? Iowa State.
You got a bunch of G5 teams in 1 week. That's what you have. That's it.
Right. Like Utah is the only squad that I could see possibly looking at this as the only real team coming out of this thing, because Oklahoma State is a perennial joke. Kansas State, I mean, Leipold is doing his thing up there at Kansas, so we'll see what that looks like. But it's still,
and he'll be gone probably within a year. I think he'll get hired away for sure.
Texas Tech, you'll put up 35 points a game and lose by 40 somehow. TCU, if you had Gary Patterson still doing work, I mean, maybe, but they ain't been TCU in years ever since they got their asses smacked in that title game. UCF, I can't wait for this. Don't UCF play Florida this year?
Oh, God. If Florida really has to play Miami and UCF in 1 year, are they going to be whining their way to their losing season?
Yes, October 5th at the Squad.
Lord.
Florida versus, oh, man. Shout out to Sporadics. Trust me, the Big 12 writes its own jokes. No need to get clever. It's too easy. Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. The Big 12 is a massive joke conference. Like I said, nobody pays attention to y'all. But Florida plays UCF. The 2019 co-national champions, UCF.
I gotta say, I see UCF winning that game. Wait, I will like to see how KJ Jefferson progresses. To be fair, I would like to see that. I do think Gus Malzahn is a better coach than Billy Napier. I don't think that's really a big mountain to climb. But it depends on where are they playing. Do we know?
It's at Florida.
Oh,
October 5th at Florida.
And you know they're going to put that as a night game. You know they will. You know it. I know it.
Oh, I can't wait. I need UCF to hang 30 on them boys, and they can't score nothing. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Oh, Lord. This guy's a loser, man. Look at that comment. FSU and the ACC are the biggest joke ever. 13-0, not make the playoffs. Wow. That's a new joke, dude. Imagine just like sitting at home on a Monday night, just being wrong about everything you're typing.
Chris needs to go
think
to bed.
You're eating. He thinks he's eating here. It's hilarious. No, we're laughing at you, dude.
Bro, look at this picture he got. Is that Sacagawea? Is that what that is? Like, who is that? Is that what it is? You trying to garner some points because you going after Native Americans?
Oh, like, my God, he is the Colorado fan. Somebody says he's a Colorado fan. How did I not know this? Look, Chris E., sir, you just lost your quarterback commit to the University of Memphis. I have nothing else to say to you. Bye. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Bye. Go cry in your soup. Go cry on your 4-win team. Go cry on Dion's missing toes. Okay? Have a good one.
I don't know what's worse. Either he's a Colorado fan, like old school Colorado fan, at which point he's just a glutton. He's a masochist.
He's not.
Or he's a new Colorado fan, which is even more hilarious and sad because
which means he doesn't watch football.
Your team don't even know how they're gonna pay your head coach. like your old AD came out and said,
in IOUs,
how we gonna play
IOUs,
we gonna pay
they give him IOUs. It's like, what is that movie, Dumb and Dumber, when they open the suitcase and there's a bunch of IOUs in there? He's like, that's as good as money.
Yep. As long as he owes you, you'll never be broke. You'll be all right. Get your shit together. I can't believe this, man. This whole
why
thing.
Does that not surprise me? He's a Dion fan. What a loser.
This whole thing is a travesty. The Big 12 is just a huge joke. I you know what? Next week, that's what we need to do. We need to get one of the Big 12 Mafia dudes on here so we can have a conversation with them because I just don't understand. I need another one.
Last week.
I want another one. All right.
Well, he was a numbers guy, but you know what? I think most of them agree with us as far as FSU and the ACC is concerned. But, they do love them some Big 12, obviously.
They're abysmal. So Big 12 fans, shut y'all asses up. To the Hurricanes. And to the people up there in Shamesville, y'all got to play Miami, Florida State, and UCF. There's a legitimate shot that you will fall out of the Big 3 and somehow be a fourth place in the state of Florida this season. And I, for one, cannot wait. I really hope y'all beat Miami because it would bring nothing but joy to my life to watch y'all beat Miami. But I fear that you might lose because you're just that plebeian and you have Riverboat Billy as your coach. I know you're gonna lose to Florida State, and if y'all lose to UCF this year, oh my God, you will never be able to say anything else to me in your life. Don't you ever talk to me again if you lose to UCF.
Oh, they will. They'll continue. Hell, they almost lost to USF, and we still had to hear from their asses.
My God, that's terrible.
Although so did Alabama, and they still got in the playoffs, so who knows?
Sad. All right. Well, either way, I want to say thank you to everybody for pulling up tonight to the roast. We all know how it goes. To my beautiful co-host, the FSU Harley Quinn. I can't wait to come back next week. Next week, we really gonna run down on one of the actual ACC plebeian teams that deserves their own episode. I think we should probably take down Wake Forest next week. We should finally take them down.
I would love to do that. I'm hoping maybe we could do a Clemson takedown.
Or we could take down Clemson. I mean, Clemson ain't been worth a damn. We just put them on their ass. Ran down on them in their own home. So you know what? We might have to do that. We might have to run down on Clemson next week. But for everybody over here,
maybe we'll give Clemson a reprieve since they've been with us in the lawsuit. We'll see. We'll make a discussion out of it, and then we'll make it a. I mean, Clemson decided to hold our purse for a minute. That's cool. Cool. Mm-hmm. I appreciate it. Took you a minute.
They handed us Werther's Original out of the bottom of the bag. Well, that's what they do.
It took you a minute.
All good. All right. So everybody,
and we might be, carrying you on our backs to the Big 10. So
ride our coattails all the way to the money. That's all they've been. Come on, dog. We can't get rid of these boys at all. And once again, yet another squad that owes straight gratitude to the Florida State Seminoles. But either way, from the FSU Harley Quinn, my girl Jen. I am the Tiny Hat CEO. Thank you for pulling up. We're going to see y'all next week, Monday, 9:15 Eastern. Tiny Hat Gang, we out.
First off, fuck Bama in the road tide. Fuck Tuscaloosa in every city that's close by. Bitch ass hillbilly redneck fans. Auburn almost caught y'all slacking like dress pants. Michigan trash, they ain't got a damn chance. Only Wolverine I respect is X-Man. Sheen ass coach got exposed, still in plays. Damn right I'm bitter, y'all sweeter than lemonade. Texas ain't shit to rave about. The Longhorns only good at a steakhouse. Had y'all like number 3, I was like, no way. Y'all lost to Oklahoma, which means y'all just okay. And Washington not important. Y'all be some ducks, acting like that's vital as an organ. If we played y'all, we kick that ass Chuck Norris. Y'all stay boring. Only thing in that bitch is a forest. Let's set the record straight. Fuck your team if it ain't Florida State. 13-0, undefeated. Damn, what more it take? Denied our presence. That should be a crime. They jealous. Probably get in if the Gators wasn't violent. Miami better not say nada. Last time they won a championship, food stamps had paper dollars.